everybody, today I'm sharing a review on the newest mascara from Maybelline. It's under the Great Lash line and it's called Real Impact. And I really wanted to try this out and share my thoughts on it because I know the traditional Great Lash is a really polarizing product. You know, I feel like people love it or hate it, and you might have been wondering, well, how does this one compare? And I find that it is very different in a lot of ways. First off, the brush is very different. This is regular Great Lash. This is the new one, and as you can see, it's a bigger brush. It's a little more thick with bristles, whereas the traditional Great Lash is shorter, and it's like the bristles spiral around the wand, and there are some pretty large gaps in between some of those bristles. So this kind of brush on the Real Impact mascara is typically the kind that would appeal to me a little bit more. You know, it's just more densely packed with bristles, and I feel like that catches more of your lashes instead of making them look so clumped together and ultimately like you've only got a few lashes. That was the effect that I would normally get with regular Great Lash. But there's also a difference in the formula with this product. Traditional, I always thought, had a very wet, kind of inky formula. This is a little bit thicker, creamier, slightly more dry. And that's normally something that my lashes respond to a little bit better as well. So before even trying to apply this to my lashes, I was thinking maybe this is going to be the version of Great Lash that really works for me. I think it does do a good job of highlighting all of the lashes that I have. In other words, it doesn't clump them together. It really makes them all stand out. It gives me the look of more lashes. So while it's good from the volumizing perspective, even with multiple coats, I don't think this does a great job of building extra length. Second coat might add a little bit, but if you add much more than that, it kind of like starts producing those little funky ends, you know, where it looks like the ends of your lashes are pointing off in different directions, like it's not one smooth, natural, long, lengthened out looking lash. Since it's a drier formula, I was really hoping this mascara would be better about holding a curl with my lashes, but unfortunately, for me anyway, that's not the case, and this is coming from someone who has naturally really straight lashes. If yours naturally really want to curl and turn up, you might not have this issue, but it really, after using my lash curler, it really straightened them back out, unfortunately. Also, something I've noticed is with a newborn, my makeup gets worn pretty hard. If it's a day when I've got makeup on, she likes to be kind of a night owl at times and will keep us up pretty late, and so I have been observing, like, what's this mascara doing? And on my lower lash line, I will sometimes notice a transfer of mascara underneath here. You know, that's kind of my problem area a lot of times. I don't notice it flaking off in little bits, but it's just kind of a shadowed, sort of smudgy look that will sometimes develop under the eye. I think as you watch this being applied, you can see kind of that it's highlighting the lashes I have. It's making them look a little bit thicker, each one. But it's not doing a whole lot to enhance the length. One other thing though that I have liked about this is that it dries so much more quickly than regular Great Lash. So if you're going back to add another coat, you can do that right away and get a little bit better effect out of it. So all in all, I like the brush and the formula better than regular Great Lash. I think it's good for volume, not as good for me where length is concerned or holding a curl. So while I do like this better than the traditional Great Lash, it doesn't have quite enough going for it for me to want to repurchase this or use it all the time. So hopefully that gave you a little more information about this new mascara from Maybelline. Let me know your thoughts if you've tried this, and thanks for watching. Bye!